1,001 videos, 1,001 relationships over and over and over. When do I start to actually start to change the world? Changing the world. What am I doing? What am I doing? Wasting my time talking to myself and loving it. Memory. Something to remember, something I said, something I thought, just proud to be. Happily ever after for my own personal sake. So I share and I share because I care and I am aware of the reality that the alphanumeric will reconnect. And once we wake up, we can debranch ourselves from the system of what they call matrix, where we follow what we see, what we think we believe because of what we see, and what we hear because of what goes on. So in this short video, just bringing over something really, really, really small, right? You do see the S in here, right? J and J, one J here, one J here. Is it the S or was it the J? I don't know. What's the difference? But inside this design, there's another design. I'm going to have to look for it, right? Because if I come in with this design, this marking shows me it's a G. This marking over here shows me it's an H, and upside down it's a 4. See the standing 4 over here? See the T? Oh, the illusion of everything. The word dugout, the short word for dugout in gematria Pythagorean count is 2. Sorry, just in the Pythagorean count is 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. The single digit is 4, 5, and 7 is 12, and 5 is 17, and 1 is 18. Let me get this again. 4 and 1. Did I add that right? Let me just check this out one more time. So just for dugout, we had a total count of 86 in Doug. Doug equals to 2832. Out equals to 56. So let's remember that 56. It comes up a lot. It's part of creation. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5. How do we get it? By having 3 equals 1.5. In order to get 9, we need 6 times 1.5 or 615 or 156. These numbers are just to sit in your head and forget about them. Inside the single count, we end up with 7 and 18, 18 being chai. The total is 25. The total here is 86. Earth communication, 4 times 2, 4 plus 2 is that 86, and that's the division of the 7th gate. Now we're going to jump onto something. I know I didn't say very much there. We're going to jump onto this piece over here. I did the top piece before. Now we're going to do the bottom piece. Space equals to 44. 4 times 4, 4 plus 4 equals 16, and 8 creates the word phi, P and H. With the word P and H, the I comes about because of the design. It creates 2408 or 2468. 2468, 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 will create the 6 and 8. It'll create that number because when we add up 4 times 4, 16, 4 plus 4, 8 equals to 24, or 16 minus 8 equals to 0, 8, giving us that number. Time equals to 47. We add the two together, I get 91. When we do a Pythagorean count, the whole word, if you were playing Scrabble, 4 and 4 is 8, 4 and 7 is 11. 1 and 1 is 2, 82. Neptune, Venus. The expression of this in French is 80, and it says communication of the cat, and 420. Marijuana. Mars, communication. Jesus, 74. Jesus, 24. Jesus, 18, Chai. The one heaven of 8. 10 and 8, 18 in French. This is 24. In French, it's 24. Nothing starts until after, okay, until after 1 and 2 come together, because it is a passage. And we can't have a complete passage. If it's a river, okay, you can use 3. But when it's no longer a river and you need a hole, like a tunnel, you need 4. Because all you can create from 3 is a triangle. And once you put the 1 point over here, if you want to draw it up this way, we can draw it up that way. I can put the head on top, and that can be looked at as your 103. And that's a representation of people from Mercury because of the design. At the same time, this dot, when you just correct the bottom, it connects this so, and you show that one whole life to one divided life. It's a little bit of an Irish kite and hubby bubby, which means I can make up anything I want, but I'm just telling you what I see. Mars is that 15. 1 equals to 16. 1 is also 34 in a numbers count, which represents DC, and 3 times 4, 3 plus 4 equals to 12, 7 equals to 19, A and I. We do the gematria count, 7 numbers or 7 letters. We do the Chaldean, 8 letters, or we do numbers, where there might be 26 letters. 2 and 6 is 8. When we bring it to Pythagorean, it becomes 9. 7 times 6 is 42. 7 times 7 is 49. 13 times 5 equals 65. And this has to do with the ocean. Because of what happens in the game of pool, they're both the same color. The 13 ball and the 5 ball, both the same color. A stripe and a solid. What can you do with a stripe? Well, if you cut off the stripe on both sides, you get a hockey puck in the center. How do you play? You play on the pond. The pond has to be usually minus 4 degrees, but 0 is the freezing point, 40. Walk the 40, right? You separate it. You open the puck. You get 1 puck that's flat on each side, and you get 2 parts that are concave or rounded. However, we're going to use this in the future concept of rebuilding the understanding of all creation. Is there anything else in here? We had Mars inside of the vibration. That's that 51. Mars 15, 51. And inside that is the Earth vibration, 2, 3, and 4. So we use multiples of 2, 3, and 4 all the time, 2, 3, and 4. I don't use 6, 7, and 8 because once you use anything after 5, right, the first number after 5 is only 1 more than 5. The minute you get to 5, everything cuts in half. 2 and 5 cut everything in half. Okay, 2 times 6 will be 12. 1 and 2 is 3, half. 2 times 5 is 10. 1 and 0 is 1, half. 2 times 4 is 8. The game has now changed. It now becomes more. 2 times 1 stays the same. 2 times 2 doubles. 2 times 3 equals to 6. 2 times 4 equals to 8. And after that, it becomes half. So that's why we work on our vibration. 18 by 18 is 324. The freezing point, the 9 lives of the cat of DC, mixing up all these numbers, multiplying them. I can add them to 7, 6, and 9 if I want to. Also, when you do it, the multiplication sign is this way, the addition sign is this way. Should I just take away and just make it a minus? The addition and the minus sign. Above is below. It didn't say side to side. Just waking up the mind. We like this sign. Everybody knows the Cancer sign. But when you split that Cancer sign, you end up with R and R. But it's more than just R and R because that's a building. Yeah, it's a building. Did you see the building? You see the building here? Right? See the building here? We're gonna do this building. We're gonna do this building. Anyways, I'm a little bit tired. I'm not even getting the camera in the right spot. See the building over here? We end up with the building. So all letters, everything becomes designs, and I'm really, really tired. I don't even know if I'm happy with this video, but I just have to show you how things come together. Time, space. 7 times 4, 28 brings me my cycle. 7 and 4 brings me 11. 11 on a dice cube. The opposite of 1 and 1 is going to be 66. Everybody knows on each side in the gematria of 66 is 70, splitting everything, right? Splitting, you see the way my hands become, and I split everything. I am the Y in between the two. Y is the 25th letter standing for earth. I am the one spirit of the eight heaven because I am the center of the reality. Now, one more thing. I went to synagogue tonight and we were missing people because you're supposed to be 10, right? Well, I say the one that prays and everybody surrounds him is a good enough 10 for me. Raphael 7286 and a constellation of Pegasus. My hat's off to Mexico. Thank you for watching this video.